Hey beautiful, so I'm guessing you clicked on this video for two reasons. The first reason is that you are about to get on a long-term protective style and you don't want to itch, or you're already on a protective style and your hair has been itching you and it's not even up to a week yet. I've carried my hair for a full month and not once did I itch. I want to show you guys every single thing I did to achieve this, so please stick to the end of this video, and without wasting much of your time, let us jump right into the video. So let's address the itching part, because I know that this is the part that can be so daunting. Like, oh my god, like why is my hair itching me? It's just so crazy. The first reason why your hair may be itching you is because you have an allergic reaction to the extension hair that you are using. These extension hairs are treated with chemicals that may not be compatible with the acidity of your scalp, hence the itching. So my advice to you is that if you've not yet entered into the protective style, you would want to soak that extension hair that you just bought inside a bowl of hot water and apple cider vinegar. Soak the hair for 2 to 5 minutes, rinse it off, and you should be good to go. Now you may already be in that protective style and you're like, it's too late, so what do I do? It's simple. All you have to do is to have a spray that has apple cider vinegar in it. It's going to help to soothe the itching. It's also going to help to kill every scalp infection that may be causing the itching on your scalp. So the next reason why your hair may be itching so bad is because you have a dry scalp. I'm going to use this analogy. Think about your skin when it's really dry. So if you have dry skin, you can relate immediately. But if you don't have dry skin, think about the winter times or the harmattan period when it's really dry, and think about when you come out of the shower and you do not rub cream. You know the way your skin starts to itch, the way it's white because it's so dry. Your scalp is literally a skin, right? So think about leaving it to dry out. Obviously it's going to itch you. It's a no-brainer. So my advice to you is that when moisturizing your scalp while doing the protective style, make sure you include water and make sure you lock in that moisture with an oil. Now the next thing that may be causing the itch in your scalp is because you have a dirty scalp. For the life of me, I don't understand people that do protective style without washing their hair first. Like, your hair should not be a week old when you're about to do a protective style. You should be washing your hair a day or that same day that you do your protective style. This is to ensure that you have a clean enough scalp to withstand the months or the weeks that you're about to carry your hair on. I'm going to give you some tips that I feel like would be helpful to you now in terms of this dirty scalp. Some things that you may not think about, that you may think, okay, I washed my hair, yeah, but it's still itching me. So there may be some practices you do while trying to clean your scalp that may be promoting this itch on your scalp. So some of the things that you may not think about when you're cleaning your scalp is that you are washing your hair in twists. Now washing your hair in twists is good, don't get me wrong. This is a practice that I did that really helped me to prevent single strand knots and just matting. But what I realized is that washing your hair in twists can increase the chances that your shampoo will be trapped in your hair, and when a shampoo is trapped in your hair and it dries, it will lead to itchy scalp. The next thing that can happen is that you will miss some spots in your hair that you do not clean, and this may now result in itchy scalp. So my advice to you is that when you're about to go into a long-term protective style, rather than wash your hair in twists, divide your hair into 4 and wash each quarter of your hair and rinse it out properly so that you do not experience that whole itch that it's causing. So the next thing that you may not have thought about is that when you are about to enter into a protective style, most people would like to treat their hair, like do some sort of treatment on their hair, because they know that they are leaving their hair for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and they want to ensure that their hair is in the best health condition before doing that, and they do all sorts of treatments. But my greatest advice to you is that in as much as that is good, don't use treatments that have particles in it. Don't do things like chebe powder, all these glosses, all these Ayurvedic glosses that have so many particles that may be stuck on your hair. All those things are so beneficial to your hair. If you do it just before doing a long-term protective style, what may happen is that those particles will be stuck in your hair. They may contribute to having dandruff. They may contribute to drying your hair out and just causing itching. So you may want to turn those Ayurvedic herbs or those particles into teas so that there is no particle in your hair that would cause itch. itch. The last tip I'm going to give you on that dirty scalp is the fact that, to be very honest, there's a time that is too long for you. You need to study your hair well to know that, okay, my hair cannot withstand not being properly washed after 6 weeks or after a month or after 2 months. So you just need to know where your threshold is and to know when enough is enough. So you may be someone that wants to try out what let's say Cynthia just tried out with carrying your hair for 3 months, and it may just not be your makeup. Your hair may not just be the kind of hair that can withstand such dirt for 3 whole months. So my advice there would be to know your thresholds, and if your threshold is 6 weeks, losing your long-term protective style after that, that's enough. If it's a month, losing it after a month. If it's 3 months, do what works for you, but just make sure that you study your threshold and you're losing your hair after your hair has reached that threshold. Another thing that may be causing itchy scalp during your long-term protective style is product overload. Guys, when you are entering into a long-term protective style, especially the ones with added extension hairs, it is not the time to start doing all these challenges like I apply clothes to my hair for 14 days straight or for 30 days straight, because you are just heaping your hair up with so much products, right? And you're not washing your hair as much, so it's going to lead to product overload. It's going to make your hair itch you so badly. You're going to want to cry. So my advice for you is that, in as much as you want to still care for your hair while in this long-term protective style, do not add products to your hair every single day. Do not oil your scalp every single day. It's not necessary. My recommendation for you would be to add these products to your hair like once a week or twice in a week max. And that twice in a week is because you just want to give your hair extra love and care. But honestly, your hair does not need it more than that. Like, it just needs 2 times and it's good. I'd also say that you should not apply butters to your scalp. Now, I know for some people that suffer with really dry scalp, they may be tempted to put something heavier on their scalp so that their scalp does not dry out as fast. But this is counterproductive when you're going for a long-term protective style, because it can just make your pores clogged and make you itch and lead to products overload and lead to just so many things on your scalp that you don't want. Also, I know there are some people that like to moisturize the hair inside their protective style with conditioners. But one thing you should know is that conditioners are not made for your scalp, they're made for your hair. So please do not spray water and conditioner on your scalp. It's not for your scalp, it's for your hair. And if you're not getting into your hair, don't get it to your scalp, because it's going to clog your pores and it's going to lead to itchy scalp. The next thing that you may not have thought about that may be causing your itchy scalp is that you do not give your scalp space to breathe. Now think of your scalp and your hair like a plant, right? You know, plants need air, they need moisture, they need water, they need oxygen. This is the same thing that your hair needs. So imagine putting your hair in a bonnet or a hairnet for 24 hours every single day. Like, your hair is just going to cry for mercy because it's not breathing. You're probably sweating because, hey, we live in Nigeria, it's hot sometimes, it's really humid sometimes. So imagine all those sweat, all those moisture being trapped in your hair, having no place to go. Like, first of all, you probably have some sort of hydro fatigue. Your hair may start to grow mildew and you may start to itch. So when you have your bath in the morning, as you should, remove your hair from that bonnet, remove it from the hairnet, just pack it once with like a satin scrunchie if you're not going anywhere, and let air actually enter into your scalp and dry up whatever moisture you may have attained there. So the next thing you're going to do to prevent an itchy scalp, which nobody for some weird reason talks about, is that you have to have an anti-itch spray. You need to buy tea tree oil and peppermint oil. Now in Nigeria where I live, tea tree oil is more readily available, so you can go to your ShopRite, your Supermall, your beauty supply store and ask for tea tree oil, and maybe order for peppermint oil on an online store that you find it in. And then you're going to want to combine 20 drops of both of them and fill the remaining part of the spray bottle with water and use it to spray your hair just before moisturizing your hair. Now this anti-itch spray helps to soothe itching. Like, it works like magic. It feels like, you know, when you put a rub on your body, yeah, like maybe you are trying to massage your hand, maybe it's paining you or one part of your joint, and you put a rub and that's like peppery sensation goes off and then it just becomes cool. It just soothes your itching sensation. What's more, it helps to stimulate hair growth. All that pepperiness, all that minty stuff, all that, it just helps to encourage blood flow to your scalp. This in turn helps to promote hair growth. So these are my tips, and I hope that as you apply them, you'll be able to either prevent or stop the itchy scalp that you're feeling.